of suffering. Not only what is happening, but what may happen and what has already happened. At this point, the tree of knowledge ceases to be only a moral symbol and reveals itself as a psychological symbol. The emergence of a mind that not only lives, but continuously interprets its own experience. And this leads us to an inevitable question. If suffering is born from this division, is it possible to live without it? But there is still one final point that needs to be examined carefully: the possibility of returning to unity. To understand this, we need to look at the narrative not only as the origin of the problem, but as an indication of a path. The text of Genesis does not offer an explicit solution. It does not directly describe how this division can be overcome. But it presents elements that suggest that the story does not end there. The very existence of the tree of life indicates this. It remains in the narrative even after the expulsion. It does not disappear. This raises an essential question. If access was blocked, does that mean it ceased to exist, or only that it cannot be reached in the same condition? Some theological interpretations suggest that the central problem is not knowledge itself, but identification with it. In other words, it is not the fact of perceiving good and evil that generates conflict, but the attachment to the need to constantly judge, to define, to control. In this sense, division is not in the world. It is in the way the mind relates to it. And this opens an important possibility. If division is sustained by a mode of perception, then it can be understood and perhaps transcended. But this raises a delicate question. Would it be possible